This is that one song that you heard so many times, and every time you hear it, you're like, I'm not gonna bump to this song. But then you start catching a vibe. I'm sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know. Yeah. Whoa. East Coast with that gang, gang. You know we don't play games. Whoa. Hop up on that wagon. Oh, please just get out the way. You know we stay stuntin'. Right up in your face. We sorry, not sorry. We just stuck up in our ways. West Coast gon' head stand up. Put that glass and hands up. Gang, 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 we famed up. Got that change, we bagged up. Crew love, we stay manned up. Ahem like I'm wheezy, yeah. Rap game just too easy. Drip so sick, I'm queasy. Whoa. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang.
He's heating up.
West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. Yeah. Watch me finesse, walk to the line. Good versus evil, God in his prime. Always in prime, always on time. Our time to shine, wifey is fine. I'm doing fine, glad that you asked. God fill me up, mud in my glass. God clean me up, all that I ask. Wherever you headed there fast. I am ahead, you are in last. Last time I checked, you were all gas. Gas in the whip it up fast. Fast and all furious, I'm starting to spaz. Getting all curious, you put me on blast. Blasting that Darius, kids in the back. Back to the future is black. Black like T'Challa, Wakanda attack. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
The Second Amendment, like all other rights, is not absolute.
Shit is gonna go down.
We need to ban assault weapons and high-capacity magazines.
Would that include a bullet from this gun?
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, 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 testicles. Ooh, welcome everyone to episode 24 Hundo and 94
of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gangcast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because we're not flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everson K2, flexing on all you beef.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer. It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
All right, fam, welcome to the show. Today is Ask Papa Swolio Live. So without further ado, you can start dropping your questions in the comments down below with the hashtag AskPapaSwolio. We're just taking tons of questions today. All the links in the show notes down below. Hit the like button. Let's get this live Mancast underway. We're just going to jump right into it. We got a lot of questions to get into. So without further ado, let's fucking bust this nut open and get today's party started. Fam, drop in the comments down below. What are you smashing today? Remember, all questions, hashtag AskPapaSwolio. Okay, yes, sir. Hashtag Swole Privilege for a chance to win today's Swole card. Drop that in the comments down below. Very, very nice card. Get some Swole Privilege. All right, before we get into the questions, and you can start dropping them below, we have an accountability meeting. Oh, that was nice. Oh, that was good.
I gave it a
That was way easy. Had to get that out before we get into some questions.
I fucking
Oh,
can't.
had to get that out. We have an accountability meeting tomorrow. So tomorrow's live stream will be private for members only. Join us over there right now, swolenormousx.com. Get access to all the programs, yoga, meditation, masterclasses, Swollen 7 sessions, Swolga, brain gains, everything, instructional video library, workout archive, thousands of recipes, everything that you need to crush your 7 pillars inside swolenormousx, including all the private live streams. We dropped an amazing brand new Drive Mole Gaining that's available in Swole TV on Friday. We have a weekly accountability meeting on Mondays. We have a roundtable coming up this Thursday. Just got a lot of stuff going on. Join the fam today. Surround yourself with the best people in the realm, the fucking Swole fam. So we'll see you tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern time for the accountability meeting. And like I mentioned, we also had an amazing Drive Mall Gaining. Women don't have those. If you didn't catch it,
He's heating up.
it's available now inside Swole TV. Absolute fire. Run with your tiny little dingaling. If you don't know, you need to know. Go and check it out inside Swole TV right now. And last announcement, P3S6, Papa Swolio's signature series, numero 6, drops on March 11th in 6 days because we have episode 25 hundo. My God. Episode 25 hundo is coming up, so we're going to drop that. So for 24 hours on the date of episode 2500 on March 11th, you can purchase over there at swolenormousx.com/signature. Just open up the window, have it ready, got the countdown timer, but that's the page through which you can make your purchase over there. swolenormousx.com/signature, 24 hours only. It's awesome. And I agree. I know Mondays at 12 for the accountability meeting. Cerny's saying, show up for the accountability if you can. They're awesome. They are awesome. I highly recommend you showing up, and it's the best way to start your week. So the reason why we do them on Mondays is because a lot of people associate Monday with this fucking grind and like this negative connotation. Oh my God, it's Monday, another Monday. Somebody's got a case of the Mondays. But it's really another day for you to fucking crush it. It's nothing good nor bad. It's an amazing day. It's actually great. It's amazing. You woke up. It's time for you to fucking go and smash your 7 pillars. So don't make excuses and don't associate it with negativity. Start it off the best way possible. And the best way that we can start off is with an accountability meeting, 12 noon every single Monday. That's why it's private. So if you ever show up to a podcast or you load it up and you're like, oh my God, it's private, or it's a 3-minute episode, it's a 5-minute Swolosophy, which is great. But why is there no live stream? There is a live stream. It's just for members. So join us, swolenormousx.com, and you will have access to all of it. All right. Hashtag Swole Privilege. Drop that in the comments below.
Yow.
We'll give that Swole
Yow.
card away at the end of today's episode. Let's kick it off with the first question of the day. Let's get a call from Julio or Julio. You're live on the Beastcast.
Hey, Papa Swolio. Here from Oklahoma. I was calling I just wanted to ask you a question. When are you coming up with the Spanish gear? The what's it called? The shirt. I just wanted to know that. If you can respond to me, I would appreciate it, man. Thank you. Keep it up.
Well, for those of you that are watching, I was showing the image on the screen. Veal Puto Gimnasio has been up on the site all week long, Julio. So go and check it out. We have the VAPG and we have the Veal Puto Gimnasio, all those new merch drops over there at papaswolio.com. So perfect segue, those of you that are watching. We do have some other new designs. We have the Toxic Green Go to the Fucking Gym styles. And we also have the red, white, and blue Rocket Pop style. So go and check out all that stuff. Plus the Veal Puto Gimnasio, you can go and check that out. So funny that you should ask, Julio. Appreciate the support. And don't forget, Julio, to use code DailySwole for 10% off. You much. All right, let's take another question. This one is from Guy. All right, Guy. Come on, Guy. Don't be that guy, Guy. Come on, Guy.
Hey man, quick bicep question. So from the sides, they look good. They look full with the triceps and everything. But from the front, they look a little bit slim, and that's not so cool. What do you think I should do?
From the front, it looks a little slim. It's not cool. It's not cool, man. It's not cool. So there's a bunch of different muscles in the arm. Okay. So what I would recommend is that you hit your biceps from different starting positions. So do a standing curl, whether it's an easy bar curl, standing dumbbell curl, or a flat bar curl. I have my preference, but you have to find which one hits you the best. I would also recommend doing a preacher curl, concentration curl, spider curl variant. I personally like preacher curls a lot. It hits the biceps from the shortened position. And then also doing an incline curl where your arms are hanging back. It hits the biceps from the lengthened position. You can also throw in some hammer curls, some Zotman curls, and some reverse curls, which are going to hit the brachialis and the brachioradialis, will give you a little bit more fullness. But also, if you're trying to get thickness in the arm, remember the biceps are a small muscle. You really need to hit the triceps. So what you're probably really referring to, if you have thinner arms from the front, you really want to hit the triceps more and get the triceps short head and get your arm a little bit thicker. So the triceps take up the majority of the space in the upper arm. So if you really want more arm thickness, I would make sure you're hitting the hammer curls, hitting the reverse curls, but also making sure you're filling out your triceps as well. Good question. Thank you, Guy. And don't be that guy, right? Don't be that guy. Whatever that means for you. Spider curls are just prone. You're leaning forward on incline bench, but you can do preacher curls. I personally like those a lot, but find what works best for you. In other words, there's nothing like, oh, spider curls are better than preacher. That's in many ways, I think they are, because preacher is supported and you can really add a lot more force, in my opinion. But everyone's going to have something that just hits them better and hits them right. Some people like standing dumbbell curls. I never really did. If I'm going to do standing curls, I prefer a barbell curl, and I prefer a flat bar over an easy curl bar. I like that supination more, and I really feel a pump more if I use a straight bar. Easy curl, it doesn't really hit me the same way, but I still mix it up. I still do things that I don't prefer. Even if I lean a little bit more towards a preference for certain exercise, I'll still do other types just because I don't want to have any weak points. I don't want to have anything that I don't do, anything that I don't give attention to. Okay, let's get another call here. We got one from Edgar. Edgar, you're on the line.
Hey, Pop Swolio. Where can I buy those weighted clubs you swing around? I've been looking all over for them and I cannot find them. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate.
I went to the fucking gym today.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, I appreciate the call, Edgar. Something tells me you didn't really look that hard. I've been looking everywhere for the weighted clubs, but I can't find them. Amazon, type in like fitness club, and it pops up like immediately. So it's a steel club. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them on onit.com. You can get them on a lot of different sites. It's a steel club. Just type in steel fitness club. Titan sells them. Like, they're everywhere. They're more and more popular today than ever have been. So they're all over the place. So there's that. If you're looking for the wood clubs, I recommend you go to bodymind-fit.com, I think it is, but Body Mind Fit, Peter over there. You can just type it in Google, Body Mind Fit clubs. And those are the wooden ones. They're more expensive, but they're beautiful, beautiful handcrafted, handmade clubs from different types of wood. And if you really want to get serious about Indian club and club swinging and meals and jewelries, I mean, that's my go-to. I have pretty much his entire collection of things. I have so many of them. I love them. They're beautiful. So it depends on how much you're looking to spend, but just getting into a standard club, just get like a 5-pound steel club. They're fantastic. But if you really, I would also recommend, I mean, honestly, I think you're really well off looking into those as like a segue, but to get something in quick on Amazon, inexpensive, just start with like a 5-pound steel club. If you're a man, which sounds like you are, and if you have like a certain fundamental exposure to weight training, but if you're brand new, never lifted, you might want to go with like a 2 or 3 pound club. Jeff, live question. Papa Swolio, incline bench and flies, do you recommend 30 or 45 degrees? Home gym, so I don't use the stationary ones. Your preference. You don't need like a super high incline. The more you go, the more anterior deltoid you'll get, wherever you feel it the most. But 30 degrees is really plenty. 45 is a little bit high in most respects, but you could play around and see what you like best. You might like one for barbell versus dumbbell. You might like one for flies versus pressing. So it's your preference, but 30 degrees is sufficient too. Also, when you do an incline, it's usually going to be less pressure on your shoulder. But this is really because when people go flat and they're doing flies or they do flat presses, they flare their elbows too high. So you have a lot more limited range in the shoulder capsule. You put a lot more pressure. So you're supposed to drop your elbows more on a flat press too. But this is why a lot of people, when they have shoulder pain, they don't address their shoulder problems. They just go for incline. Well, it hurts when I do flat bench, so now I just do incline only. Great. Sounds like you're really solving the problem there, just avoiding addressing the issue. So the reason is because of the increased angle, you're naturally dropping your elbows lower relative to the pressing movement. So it opens up the capsule and you don't have as much pressure. So that's why a lot of people like incline for shoulder, but you could just do flat and just drop your elbows more, and it's a safer pressing position. That's where you should be doing it. Matt, is there any plans to come out with a line of kids merch? I would love to put some Swole Fam merch on my children. Yeah, we had like baby onesies. I think we had youth designs with the last site that we had it. I'm not sure if we have the option for smaller sizes, but when it's available, yeah, I'm definitely open to it. We did have youth sizes and like baby onesies on our last store, but when we shifted over and suppliers, we have different options available. So I'll look into it. But as soon as anything's available, we're putting a lot more different things on the site. Just like if people want it, they want it. If they don't, they don't. So we try to do as many designs and color combos and things and let you all decide what you want to get or what you don't want. So if we put something up and no one wants to get it, it's like, okay. Or some people want to get it. So that's one thing that I try to avoid is putting my own opinion out there. Too much. If there's something, a color combination, like, I wouldn't really wear that. But then people buy it like crazy because they like that color combination. So my preference for a style of shirt is not necessarily everyone else's. So my motto when it comes to the Papa Swolio apparel is any kind of color combination or designs, just put out there and let people decide. When it comes to apparel, you can't really have too many choices because people have very specific colors they're looking for, combinations, and people like to People like all sorts of different things. All right, let's see. Let's take a question from Instagram. This one is super basic, but I think it's still, we might have some new listeners and people coming in. Victor P 3008. What's the secret of getting muscles? Getting started. So go to swolenormousx.com and download the 7 pillars and get started with the basics. It's a very basic question, but you got to start with the fundamentals always. And even if you're an expert, I really do feel, when I say expert, if you have a lot of experience, you should still go back to the fundamentals. Many people don't even go, many people that have decent physiques or they've been going to the gym for a while still don't have the fundamentals locked down. And I'm always focusing on the fundamentals every day, because the moment that you let your foot off the gas pedal and you think you have things under control, shit will go sideways. So you have to be relentlessly forging those 7 pillars every day. Look at that Tainty Man, by the way. Oh, he's so cute. Good boy. Let's see. Albin Johnson, push-pull legs, upper, lower, Arnold, bro split. Which workout split is your favorite? Don't have one. I rotate between upper, lower. But when I do upper, lower, I don't do total body upper. I'll do pushing. So I usually do push, pull legs or push legs, pull legs. That's kind of what I'm doing now. I either do push, pull legs or push legs, pull legs, push legs, pull legs, push legs, pull legs. And it doesn't mean that I lift every day. Sometimes if it gets to that day, and I'm sore, so I'll do maybe legs every other day or every 2 days. But if I crush legs the next leg day in like 2 days, I'm not going to be crushing them again. I'll just do a mobility focused day, and I'll do a lot of like adductor work and body weight, deep movements, Jefferson curls. I'll do a lot of stretching and mobility under weight and stuff like that. So, or I take a day off and I'll just do, so for example, if it's a leg day and I'm still sore and I'm not ready to really crush it again, I'll do a mobility day and I'll do clubs. So I don't have a favorite split. You need to figure out which works best for you. Having favorites is definitely, that psychological approach of having a favorite. That's the fastest way to not make progress or to pigeonhole yourself. Alan, my man, what's the best way to start getting into swinging clubs / club bells? Club bells. Club bells. So you mean mace bells? Is there anything such thing as a club bell? I guess you can call them different things, but there's steel clubs and there's mace bells. There's maces and there's mace bell. That just means, the bell just means like there's a ball at the end, but there's different types of maces. But anyway, the best way is to start with a steel club. Start with a light steel club, lighter than you think. For a dude, I don't care if you've been lifting for a while, you definitely don't want to go heavier than 5 pounds. So that's the best way to do it. Start with inside and outside circles. You can start with 1 club and then progress to 2 clubs, but always start light. Do hundreds and thousands of repetitions before you start moving up in weight, and practice it. Low volume, build up the endurance, high reps, and then build it up to doing it almost every day. Start light. Start light. Strange question. What's your favorite dog? Do you like corgis? They're okay, I guess. I'm not a fan of most small dogs, but I guess it depends. My favorite dog. Well, I don't have like my favorite dog is my dog. It's Rufus the Tainty Man. Rufus the Tainty Man. Aww. And of course, I love the church. So the Tainty Man and the church. So those are my favorite. And of course, Papa Swolio. So those are my favorite dogs. My favorite dogs are the ones that I have. All right, let's take another call from Guido. Guido, you're on the line.
Papa Swolio, I made that song for you.
Go to the fucking gym. Go to the fucking gym. Yeah, go to the fucking gym. Go to the fucking gym. Go to the fucking gym. I see you. Go to the fucking gym. What the fuck are you doing here? Go to the fucking gym. I see you. Go to the fucking gym. 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 Yeah, go to the fucking gym. Go to the fucking gym. Go to the fucking gym. Gym. Go to the fucking gym. I see you. Go to the fucking gym. Go to the fucking gym.
Let me know if you like.
I fucking love it, man. I love it. That's fucking fire. Yeah. I was just, you know what was funny? You know what's funny? I was just talking about it with, I was just talking about it, that I want to have someone start doing like, before the drop, Get off your fucking ass and go to the fucking gym. Boom, 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 boom. You could put anything before the drop. Those songs that they play at like raves and shit. You could put any song, any phrase before the drop. You know? Oh, we hold these truths to be self-evident that all men and never mind. All right, you can do anything. Now you know the thing. You know the thing. You can do anything before the drop. All right, I don't know, Guido. We might have to get you on to make some more sounds for like the intro or like break music or something like that. So Guido, I think we're going to be contacting you. I like it. All right, here we go. Let's see. Hugo Creatine. I don't think that's your name. What's your name? My name is Hugo Creatine. You killed my father. My name is Hugo Creatine. You bought me gym membership. Prepare to lift. All right, here we go. Hugo Creatine. I wonder what this question's about. I doubt your last name is Creatine, by the way.
Is creatine a good supplement for you? ¿Ocupa ayuda, Papa Swolio?
Is it a good supplement for you? Sure. I eat steak and I take creatine. It's fine. It's fine. I will say, like any other supplement, it's not going to make or break your lifting. If you're not eating quality food, getting sleep, training hard, creatine's not going to all of a sudden make you huge. So let's see. Lacey, Papa Swolio, you should do sound clips. I need one of you yelling, "Don't fucking quit." What do you mean I should do sound clips? It's like fucking all I do. You mean ringtones and stuff like that? We have all those on the website. We have ringtones and alarm sounds and stuff. Anyway, if that's what you meant. Brandon from the Telegram chat, I've mostly gotten elbow pain under control with the Therabar and forearm wrist rollers, but I still get pain after bicep curls. Would you suggest increasing Therabar wrist roller frequency? Currently using them about 3 times a week. Every day. Every day. Plus, if you're still lifting, like if you're still training while you have pain, you're just making it worse. You're taking steps back. You're not supposed to like work, like still cause the pain and inflammation and then do it. It's just going to take longer for you to heal. So if you're still doing exercises that hurt it, it's because you have inflammation and it's not solved yet. So you're taking like 2 steps forward, 1 3/4 steps back. So yeah, I mean, the forearm wrist rollers, like that's not the only thing that you should be doing. You could be doing like the hand spreaders. You need to get those hand spreaders. You could do the bucket of rice and get different movements in there. You can get one of those like forearm axes and make sure you're moving in different directions, forward and back. Like, so you're doing like this, you're doing rotations, you're doing different moves, but that's a great start. But you should be doing it every day. I don't know what you mean by when you're using them, how much you're doing it, but you should do it every day. I would do it first thing in the day. So you're activating those muscles first thing. Stretching too, stretching. But yeah, doing the Therabar, you should be doing that every day. Therabar you could do every day. I do it every day. I do forearm stuff. I do all that stuff every day. Matt the Great, Lacey needs a shout out. She smashed her competition yesterday and took first place. You did you, Lacey? Let's take a soundboard request. What you got?
Boom shakalaka!
Lacey, you got a request? Good stuff, Matt. Appreciate the shout out. Good for you, Lacey. Excellent. Let's take a soundboard request. Lacey, what you got? What you want? Anything you want. Anything you want. Anything your little heart desires. Anything your swole heart desires. All right, Reed, you're on the line.
Hey, Papa Swolio, just wanted to say thanks for all you do. You're awesome out here doing God's work, man. Keep it up.
Thanks, dude.
2 quick questions for you. So where I'm at, I have limited access to grass-fed, grass-finished beef, but plenty of grass-fed, grain-finished beef. However, I have an opportunity from a local farmer to buy a whole grass-fed, grass-finished lamb. Do you think that would be a decent substitute, or should I continue with the grass-fed, grain-finished beef? And then also a question about sunlight. I work second shift, so I have limited opportunities in the daytime for sun. If I'm out in the morning and it's overcast or whatever, I'm really limited on my exposure. So do you have any suggestions for maybe a supplement or some sort of light source I could put in my house to kind of augment my lack of natural sunshine? I appreciate all you do. Thanks a lot.
Good questions. A couple things, getting sunlight on your eyes, early morning sun is really important. So even if you're not getting midday sun, getting sun in your eyes and getting exposure, even if it's overcast, you're still getting sun. Vitamin D for sure. Great supplement and should be taken, especially when you're not getting those kinds of ultraviolet. It doesn't replace sun, but you can look into red light therapy. Those red light therapy devices can be on the more expensive side, but you get different wavelengths that will penetrate the skin, activate your mitochondria and things like that. So you can look into that, but they get a little bit on the pricey side. When it comes to your first part of your question, grass-fed great. So lamb's really good. I mean, I still mostly eat grass-fed and grass-finished beef. I don't know where you're located, but maybe you're just looking locally. You can order grass-fed, grass-finished beef online too. So I don't know if you've used the Gougelet. There's a lot of different places. There's White Oak Pastures, there's Dutch Meadows, there's Miller's Biofarm, there's Grassland Beef, U.S. Wellness Meats. There's a place in Northwest. I forget what it's called. But if you type in 100% grass-fed beef, there's tons of places now and smaller farms that ship. I think, Agridime, I think is one. I've been on their site before. I'm just I don't know. I haven't used some of these places, but I'm just listing things that come to mind. Butcher Box, I don't know. I've never used Butcher Box personally, but some people like it, some people don't. But you can check out all those places. So if you're looking for 100% grass-fed, grass-finished beef, you can order it too. So if it's something local, I'm always shocked by these questions. I'm like, why don't people Google it? They don't just Google and type in 100% grass-fed beef and like, oh shit, there's like a fucking tons of results that just have it all here. So, I mean, it's just fascinating sometimes the questions that I get asked. I'm like, did you type it into the internet? Like the collective intelligence of the entire human species is like, and you can search it too. Like, oh, someone out there knows something. It's like, yeah, but now you can search and be like, oh, what is the information? Anyway, go and check that out. So lamb is good. I mean, I don't know how much that's running for. And, I don't eat a ton of lamb. Lamb is a good option, but I don't know about the quality of the fats, if it's going to be sufficient to bison or buffalo or standard beef. But it's a great option. I don't know if I'd buy personally an entire lamb though. It's definitely a high quality animal though. But if you want grass-fed beef, just Google it. Lacey, magnesium has really helped. I had 0 muscle cramps yesterday. Have to thank Papa for that. Everyone, when it comes to supplements, people talk about creatine. Magnesium is more important. Magnesium is far more important than creatine in terms of supplementation. Far more important. Most people are magnesium deficient. If you Google what magnesium does inside the body, it will blow your fucking mind. It does everything. And that's an exaggeration, but it pretty much does everything. You have eye twitches, muscle cramps, restless leg syndrome, fatigue, trouble sleeping. There's other habits that are important. If you're drinking coffee at 6 o'clock at night, magnesium's not going to help you go to sleep. But the point is, it can definitely help the quality of your sleep, the depth of your sleep. I take magnesium regularly. I take it before bed every night. I love it. Magnesium glycinate. I just get bulk supplements, tastes like asshole. And I have a micro scale that I weigh it. I take like 5 to 750 milligrams before I go to bed. Boom. Lights out, baby. Lights out. Lights out. Lights out.
I give it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
Thank you. Far too kind. I appreciate the support, fam. All right. Probably the best name that we've ever had in the show. We got one here. We got a question here from Richard Cox. Let me go on a limb here. I'm going to call you Dick Cox. That's the best name. I can't believe your parents named you that, and you must have had a great time in school. Richard Cox, everyone. Let's take a call from Dick Cox. Fuck, what a name. I love it.
Hey, Papa Swolio. Got a question on fasting.
Of course.
So
Dick Cox asked me a question on fasting.
I'm on a 12-12 split fasting. So during my 12-hour eating window, I'm eating, I think I'm eating pretty healthy, like Subway, McDonald's a little bit, but like not like Big Macs, just like McChicken. I'm cutting out Burger King. You know, I'm not trying to eat unhealthy, obviously. So
Are you trolling me?
Just want your opinion. I'm thinking about expanding the window to like 14 hours of eating, but I don't want to get too crazy. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks.
All right, you're trolling me. All right, you're trolling me. Richard Cox, you're trolling me. You're trolling me. All right. Almost took the bait. If it's not a troll, Jesus fucking Christ. If it is a troll, I got you. Ah, that's a troll. At first, I'm like, wait, I'm thinking of expanding it to 14 hours. Get the fuck out of here. All right. You know what the thing is, though? What do you think the percentage chance that it's not a troll? To be honest, I feel like the percentage chance that it's not a troll is like 75%. I feel like there's a solid chance that it's not a troll. And I think you guys understand that. Like for the amount, the type of questions that I get, that could easily not be a troll. But that's so specific to the things that I hate and the things that I detest that if you're calling in and asking that in that manner, I'm like, it could be real. That's the thing. It's like, I'm not going to answer it because it's such an obvious answer. And by not answering it, I mean, literally we're talking about yesterday, like Subway is garbage, Burger King and Taco Bell or whatever he was saying is the name Richard Cox, the person that if it's a troll, obviously I was going to pick up on that. And Dick Cox is just a great name. And this is the thing. All right. So let's say I'm going to assume it's a troll because it's just so perfect. But the scary thing is a lot of people think like that. I have a 12-hour eating window. It's like, Jesus Christ. So you're eating from 8 to 8. So you're eating all day. I'm thinking of upping it to 14. That was good. Cheers on the troll. If it's not a troll, holy shit, please join the fam today and let's get you healthy. If that's not a troll, for the percentage that's not a troll, if that person's listening, if Dick Cox, if you're out there and you're listening and it's not a troll, don't take this the wrong way, but holy shit, bro, like you need to make some positive changes immediately. And I would recommend stop buying all that junk food and use that towards a Swole fan membership. But if it is a troll, which I'm like 85% sure it's a troll. There's so many bad questions and so many people that are just completely lost. But cheers. My blood pressure was like, oh, when it said expand to 14, I was like, when it said Subway, I'm like, we were just talking about how Subway's shit. So if you're listening to the show all the time, those were like you hit all the nails on the head. But again, for people that are listening that think like, oh, that's a great question. There are a lot of people out there that think that shit's healthy. I go to McDonald's and I eat the chicken. It's not chicken. All right, saying zero. If I wore weighted clothes like Goku, does he wear weighted clothes? I know he went in like the time chamber or the gravity chamber. God, I haven't seen Dragon Ball Z in forever. Would it benefit in real life? I found weighted vests that go up to 175 pounds. Do they really go up that heavy? I mean, I personally wouldn't. Why would you wear weighted clothes? You could just wear a weight vest. It's not going to be really comfortable. I mean, it would have to be so gradually to do that all the time because that would definitely wear on your joints. Being upright as a human is already really bad for our posture. Like walking upright from our evolution. That's why we have hernias and we have all these like back problems is because it's, we're a very unique creature and species. We've evolved to become more upright, but it's still evolution still hasn't, worked out the kinks after all this time. So we have a lot of vulnerabilities. We have a lot of weak points. So when it comes to wearing weighted clothes, a lot of people, you'd be like, oh, I'm just going to throw on 50 pounds. You're going to have joint pain and tendonitis and issues. If you go very, very light, I mean, you could wear like a 5 or 10 pound vest all the time, but it's not like that's going to get you huge. You're just better off lifting more often, right? if you want to do that, you may as well just lift more often, lighter, and just do more frequency, less volume, if that's what you want to expose yourself to. Are you talking about for exercising, or are you just kind of joking? Lady Hawk, just eat a gigantic ribeye. That was the only meal I ate yesterday, and I'm still not hungry. I'm telling you, try overeating. Lady Hawk, after you ate a ribeye, if I put down another ribeye in front of you, all right? If you ate that whole ribeye yesterday and I put down another ribeye, perfect cook, delicious, same thing, would you have eaten more? Would you have eaten more after you finished your meal yesterday? If I put down another steak, like, here, eat that. Because like a 15 ounce or 16 ounce, like a pound ribeye, that's probably about, cooked in butter, tallow, it's probably about 1,200 calories. About, depending on the size. Lady Hawk, I didn't even eat the whole one I had. That's my point. So when people are eating, but then if you had a ribeye, then you had all these mashed potatoes, and then you had a soda, and then you had some ice cream afterwards, right? You wouldn't have been able to eat the rest of the ribeye, but if I put down an ice cream in front of you, you would have been eating. It's just because of the flavor profile and the flavor change and the hyper novelty on your mouth. So if you just eat and fill yourself to satiety with just fat and protein, it's when you start adding fat, protein, and carbohydrates is when your body gets interrupted and you can't stop eating. It's the fat, the sugar, and the salt, that combination. That's why in Oreos you have fat, sugar, and salt. But the fat is garbage vegetable oils. The salt is just pure sodium. So when you have that kind of bliss point, that's why even in things that don't seem salty, it's just enough to get you to compulsively eat. That's why they have salt in the cookies and things like that. And there's a ton of it. Okay. Dave. I'm taking a Gatorade every day when I finish my routine at the gym. That's good or bad? I wouldn't consume Gatorade. Artificial food colorings and sweeteners and sugar. You don't need Gatorade. The only time you need like electrolyte drinks with like an 8% or so sugar ratio is if you're doing like endurance. So people that are training in the gym, you don't need Gatorade. That's ridiculous. You don't need sugar. You don't need glycogen in the gym like that. People that are doing endurance, like if you're running a marathon or a triathlon, that's why they have those gel packets and stuff like that when you're doing extreme long duration activity. But for lifting, you don't need sugar like that. Plus, I wouldn't put all that crap in my body personally. You asked me, so I'm telling you. Okay, those are the calls. Any other questions? Let's see. Arthurs.s. How many times a week should I go to the fucking gym? Yes. Thrill Slice. Will my mom say I'm cuter if I go to the Puto Gimnasio? Oh, so cute, my son, my baby boy.
What the fuck is that? Emotional damage.
My son, you need some therapy. Okie dokie. Foy, F-O-Y-Y-Y-Y-Y. I'm struggling with my shoulders to get a better burn. What can I do to improve, Papa? What are you trying to achieve? Now, this is an Instagram question, so of course it's going to be limited in the amount of text, but a burn doesn't mean anything. You know, chlamydia will give you a burn, but it's not going to benefit you. So what are you trying to accomplish? Are you trying to get bigger shoulders? Are you trying to get stronger? Bigger and stronger doesn't necessarily correlate all the time. Hypertrophy? Are you trying to get more mobility? You trying to build muscle? Like, what else are you doing? It's a vague as fucking thing. God, vague ass questions. I don't know why this is dim. This is dim for some reason. Okay, favorite cut of steak? Ribeye. Good question. Joseph, blah, blah, blah. What's your favorite dinosaur? I just remember from Jurassic Park, it's like dinosaur. When you have a dinosaur. Tyrannosaurus Flex. Let's see. Sam Girl 3, do you ever get over Your ex after a separation from a first love still freshly hurt. Yeah, you do. Just needs time. Go to the fucking gym, take care of yourself, focus on yourself. You do. You just don't have any experience not being with someone. So if it's your first love, that's so cute. That's so cute. Aww. It's so cute. It's your first time experiencing that. But in the future, it's not so bad. Dog question. Damn Geel. We'll take a couple more questions. We got a couple live ones I saw. We'll get to in the next one. Next moment. Is there too much weight you can put on good mornings? Yeah, absolutely. You can put on too much weight for bicep curls or leg press, or, don't do leg press. Don't waste your time. Or hack squat or squats. Like, you can put too much weight on any exercise. Use the weight that allows you to use the weight that allows you to push to failure for a moderate amount of reps, like 6 to 15 repetitions. That's a general. Yes, you could do high repetitions. Yes, you can go heavier, but 6 to 15 with good form. When the form breaks, the set's over. So push yourself as close as you can to failure with a spotter, without, whatever exercise. Just a general answer. Push yourself within a couple reps of failure as close as possible. Use supports, use a spotter, do it safely, whatever, as you can with good form. Once the form breaks, you're done. Let's see. Ortiz, Papa Swolio, do you think it's humanly possible to do what Forrest Gump did by running for like 3 years straight nonstop? Yeah, of course. He didn't. I mean, people do like ultra super fucking marathons for like 200 miles, but he didn't run nonstop. Like, he had to sleep. He's like, when I had to eat, I ate. When I was tired, I slept. I just felt like running. So he slept. Who knows how long he ran. He like woke up and ran. And when he was hungry, he ate. So he was resting. I mean, 3 years. I mean, you're not running that fast. I'm sure Goggins could do it if he wanted to go full Gump mode or something like that. People have done the marathon thing, right? People have done like a marathon every day for 30 days or something ridiculous. People have done stupid fucking crazy shit like that. 3 years? Yeah. I mean, you're going to have injuries and stuff. So, I mean, it depends. Mythbusters. Next on Mythbusters. Saying, Papa Swolio, for endurance and better agility and doing it in addition to lifting and regular gym sessions, I was thinking of a 20-pound vest and 5 pounds wrist and ankle. So I'm confused. Like, are you just going to wear it around, or are you going to wear it at the gym? Like, that's not light. A 20-pound vest, you're going to feel that really quick. And the problem is, if you're feeling it, like, and wearing it all the time, it's too much. 5 pounds each or 5 pounds total for wrist or ankle, like 2.5. Don't underestimate how much it is, because you're not supposed to have 2.5 pounds around your wrist. Your wrist isn't 2.5 pounds, So that kind of dramatic, there's people underestimate how much extra stress that is all the time when your joints are just hanging there. I just don't think it's a valuable thing unless you're doing it for training. If you're putting on a vest and doing like a hike, then that's a focused overload. Just having it on all the time, you can, but you might have unintended side effects that will catch up to you. And a lot of times those things will come out in the form of tendinitis and these kinds of like aches and joint pains and things that you won't expect, especially if you're wearing it all the time. I mean, if I want to wear a weighted vest, I put it on and I do my exercise with the weighted vest on, and then I take it off. I don't wear it all the time. Oh my God. Jesus Christ, that was fire. Oh my God, that's so gross. Good. I hope you're disgusted. I hope you're disgusted and you stop watching the show. We don't need you here. That was nice. I felt it. That had personality. Oh, that was emotional. I love you, Jenny. You're my girl.
My name's Forrest Gump.
You're my girl. Hi, Forrest. Forrest Gump was the original David Goggins. I just started running. Mama said I had to conquer my inner bitch. That's what Mama said. Every time I woke up in the morning, I looked down at my shoes, my magic shoes, for like 20 minutes. I didn't want to put them on, but, you know, I just had to go running. Okay, if you're a Goggins fan, you'll get it. Lacey, I think you might have pooped with that burp. Lacey, you know me so well. Aww. You guys know me so well. I might have. Matt, when you hit the gorilla sound, my boy just grunted also. That shit was funny. Yeah, Matt's son. Technical difficulties. I was 91 kilos in October of 2022. I'm now 74 kilos. Thanks to your daily reminders. Good for you. Good for you. Technical difficulties. Please stand by. Sick gains are being made. So what is that? 17 kilos? So what is that? 17 kilos is like what? Almost 40 pounds? It's like 37, 38 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. 16 kilos is 35 pounds. So it's 37 and a half, 37.2, something like that. I know kilos, now I know the conversions really well because you start to learn kilos. If you do kettlebells, you can learn kilos very well. But it really kicked off for me when I started doing the Persian meals and the wood clubs and the maces and the steel clubs. They're usually in kilos. So I'm getting a lot better at it. Oh God. Yes. Yes. All right, double it and give it to the next person. Anyone else? Any other questions? We'll see. Making sick. Here we go. Ortiz, F13. Papa Swolio, what differences do you notice when switching from grain-fed to grass-fed beef? Differences? Well, one, the taste is tremendously better with grass-fed beef. Some people say, no, grain-fed tastes better. I think their brains are broken. I think they're in denial and they want it to taste better, but it looks better, it cooks better, it tastes better, grass-fed beef. Depending on, you might have other sorts of insensitivity issues going away. You are what your food eats. So if your food is eating corn and soy sprayed with atrazine and glyphosate, and the cows it's coming from sick, unhealthy, almost dying cows, then, it translates into how you feel. So I know we've had members that when they switched to grass-fed beef, or they got rid of, chicken that's eating corn and soy and stuff like that, their eczema goes away, their acne goes away. There's been a lot of, so everyone's sensitivities are different, but you might have less joint pain or bloating, but it's really going to come as a compound from everything else that you're doing. Getting better sleep, hydrating, electrolytes, magnesium, getting sunlight, training regularly, meditating, all those things are going to have a compounding effect. So there are going to be certain things when you do an elimination diet, when you cut out certain foods, when you do X, Y, and Z, that you're going to notice, wow, I noticed that big difference. But it's really over the course of months and years as you refine, as you take things out. So for example, we have 100% organic cotton shower curtains. We got rid of the plastic ones a while back. By removing the plastic shower curtains, when was I like, wow, all of a sudden everything's better. Like I feel so much better. Psychologically, I feel better because I know I have a better product in my house. I know I have something that's not off-gassing and breaking down and, fuming and melting and getting into my body and getting into the air when it comes to taking a warm shower or whatever it is. It's psychologically beneficial. I know it is a better option, but it's not like, oh, I did that and all of a sudden now I don't have a rash anymore. You might find that if you put a water filter on your shower. If you have hard water or you have like really itchy or dry skin, a shower filter can make all the difference because you don't want to be drinking tap water and you don't want to be showering in it either. So anyway, it might not be something that you notice immediately, but it could be. Depends on where you're getting your beef from. But making all these little micro changes long-term is what you'll see compounded over time. Like all these little small changes everywhere makes the biggest difference. Kika Duarte. I am kind of new in here and would like to know what you think of protein powders. I take them. Sorry for my English. Not too good writing. You know what's funny? Every time someone says, sorry for my English, whether they're calling or typing, it's usually great English. So have more confidence. You're doing great. Your English is fantastic when you write. It's always like someone will read like a whole question, call in, and they're like, sorry for my English. It's like, I didn't even know you were an American. It sounded perfect. Protein powders, I'm not a huge fan of most protein powders. A lot of them have heavy metals, or they have aspartame or artificial sweeteners, or all these different flavorings, or sodium, or it's not quality protein. So if you're getting grass-fed, grass-finished whey protein isolate or grass-fed beef protein, those are some good options. My recommendation, my opinion, so take it for what it's worth, avoid soy, avoid anything like pea protein or hemp or any of that shit. My recommendation is if you have access to raw dairy, to start experimenting with that. Raw kefir is excellent. So if you have any issues with lactose, a lot of times people don't with raw dairy because raw dairy has lactase enzymes in it that help people digest. You could also get goat milk. Goat milk is A2 casein protein, not A1. So a lot of people have better digestibility, especially because goat milk is naturally homogenized. So the fat particles or molecules are smaller. You also can make kefir with raw dairy or goat milk. You could buy it, but you can make it, which actually the bacteria and the yeast that you use to make the kefir actually break down the lactose, so it makes it more absorbable. So after a workout, I consume raw yogurt or kefir. I have tons of kefir in the fridge. That's just fucking, the fridge is filled with fucking kefir. So after a workout, I'll have a couple cups of kefir, and that's like my post-workout. What do I need? I have protein, minerals, vitamins, fat. Like it's a best post-workout, so I don't need anything. I put the creatine right in there. I like it. Cerny, why are you burping so much? Do you have beer in your cup? I don't. It's probably because when I'm drinking, I'm sucking in air. Well, actually, or maybe it's from the kefir earlier. I don't know. I like burping. And if I'm talking and I'm breathing in quickly, it's probably why. And the reason why I started burping is because I'm live streaming every day. So I made this. I'm just going to, like, when I first started doing the show, I've been doing it for a while. I've been burping live for a while. And it's like, what? I'm going to live stream every day. What if I have to burp? I'm going to be like, excuse me. No, it's like, I'm just going to make it a thing and burp whenever I want to and lean into it. So now if I have to burp on the show, it's a feature. It's not a bug. It's a feature. Like, I'm burping. Okay, move on. So I've worked in all the necessities to easily facilitate a live stream every single day. It's a feature, not a bug. You show up here for the gaseous expulsions. Just build an audience around your burping and you're fine. You know what I'm saying? Always like that meme. Lady Hawk, heard pea is better than soy protein. Yo, fuck your pea protein. That's gonna be new videos. Fuck your pea protein. Pea protein is better than soy. That's not saying much. That's like saying, eating a steak is better than dog shit. It's like, yeah, it's pretty good. For those of us with A1 casein allergies, do kefir or get A2, get goat or A2 cow milk. Yeah, I would not be consuming pea protein. You're still getting glyphosate and atrazine and fuck your pea protein. All the plant sources and all the plant foods are just trash, in my opinion. Gotta say that, in my opinion. Because this is my opinion. Oh, God, that feels good. Chris, I followed you on Twitch since I have an account. Really? I can only view on one platform, though. So would you prefer I do it on YouTube or Twitch? YouTube. I mean, you could watch on Twitch. I actually, until you mentioned it, I forgot I stream on Twitch. I forgot. Like, it sends the stream to Twitch. I mean, I don't know. It's quite possible that YouTube would promote the show more if I only streamed to YouTube. I thought about it. I thought about only streaming on YouTube. But I can't consciously do that and know that I'm not streaming to Odyssey, to Rumble. I'm not doing Facebook anymore for the live streams. I stopped doing that. Once it broke and then we lost the page for a couple months. I'm just not setting it back up. I'm just not going to do the podcast there. I thought about reconnecting it, but it's still kind of, there's still some things we're trying to work out, but I just don't think it's necessary. But actually just until you mentioned it, because I rarely see like the Twitch channel or someone comment on Twitch. And sometimes if it is, it's like a bot or something. It's like girls. It's like, okay. But Twitch is, I started streaming on Twitch because a while back I thought, oh, Twitch was going to be the next like TV. I thought it was going to be more like a YouTube. And then I just kind of stayed gaming. And it's like, all right, most people just, So I don't really fuck with it or do anything on there. But I've thought about only streaming to YouTube because I wonder if YouTube, I'm sure they do, but if they know that I'm not streaming directly to YouTube, if I'm splitting up the stream, I wonder if they're less likely to bias it to the audience. If I was only doing a YouTube stream, I wonder if it would boost the signal. Anyone have any thoughts on that? I've thought about it, but at the same time, it's like, it's just safer to at least have like a fundamental, even if it's small on other platforms, just to have like that flag planted in other platforms. Anyway, Lady Hawk seems super restrictive, though, to eliminate all plants from the diet. It's not. It's just evolutionary. It's not restrictive at all. Like, you have this idea of abundance when the human body has no knowledge of abundance in every type of food in the world. Because of modern technology, we have access to many more things that are usually genetically modified, planted and picked out of season. So most of the vegetables, especially in the winter, you're getting them, they're picked unripened. When it comes to fruit or vegetables, they're picked early. So they have higher levels of plant toxins and defense chemicals that haven't weeded out. People eat these things raw rather than cooking the shit out of them. She says, I've transitioned to mostly eating eggs and meat, but I'm skeptical about going back to another super restrictive diet. It's not restrictive. It's not restrictive. It's your mindset. You're thinking about it being restrictive rather than getting all the nutrients. It's abundance. I'm not restricted at all. I eat fucking steak and eggs. I'll have raw dairy and kefir and yogurt. I'll eat fruit. I mean, honey, dates. Like, I eat fruit and meat, burgers, raw cheese. Like, I'm not restricted at all. Absolutely not restricted at all. Am I not eating Chips Ahoy? I know you're not saying that. I'm just going on a little rant. I'm not eating potato chips. I'm not eating every last thing that the supermarket sells. So if you consider that restrictive, then I guess so. But it's the framing of it, right? I'm eating in abundance, but I'm eating the foods that work best for me. This is my universe. I'm eating as much as I want whenever I want. Let's see. Lady Hawk, I mean vegetables / fruit. I eat pretty much no grains. Well, I don't eliminate vegetables. I think maybe you misunderstood me. I'm not eating vegetables. I'm eating fruit though. So people are like, where are you getting your carbohydrates from? It's like raw dairy. There's lactose in it. There's fat, protein. I'm getting in carbohydrates and things from fruit and honey. I would just cook, like, if you're eating like cruciferous like, cook the shit out of them. Cook the fuck out of the vegetables. Matt says, I think they will shadow ban all these sick fucking games no matter what. That's what I think. I think if I just streamed on YouTube, I don't think it would make a difference. If it was just a straight YouTube stream, I just look at that as super risky because I think it's more important to have the presence and have the flow. For those that don't know, the stream is also on Rumble and Odyssey. If you go to swolenormousx.com/podcast or thedailyswole.com, it'll send you to the link list of all the places you can listen and watch. But anyway, saying I have never done yoga, Papa Swole, but like to give it a shot. Not too flexible in my left hip. Should I focus on that side more to expose the weaknesses? What class do you recommend first? Are you a member of Swolenormous X? I would recommend joining. We have like 300 yoga classes, and we add new ones every week. Should I focus on that side? That's not how yoga works. Just focus on the side. So yeah, you should practice yoga and begin with the starter class. No doubt. Yeah, it's logical. Heather McSwade, I just think that cavemen and women probably weren't going around picking leaves and plants to eat. They weren't. They were using those things as medicine too. Like you can mix these different plants and herbs and things like that, but they use those as medicines or potions and things like that, that maybe for like headaches or for rashes or things like that. I think plants can be medicine and used like that, these natural remedies, but not for eating. If you just go out in the woods, like what do you eat there? Like what the fuck is in the woods to eat? If I go out to the mango tree, I'm not eating the leaves. I'm not eating the grass. I'm not eating the weeds. Like what is there to fucking eat? When the mango has a fruit, oh, that's the tree wants you to eat it. So you drop the seed so another tree can grow. That's why they make them so delicious and amazing. But when you pick them early and ship them across the world so you can have a mango in Minnesota in February, the mango is picked well before it's ripened. So the lectin content and the transition between like the sugars and like the fruit is picked before it's like a premature baby. You might have some deformities. You might have some issues because the baby was born after 6 months rather than full term. It's just like that with fruit. So the fruit's picked early and artificially ripened or ripened over time because it's rotting, essentially. It's picked early, rock hard, so it could be shipped for a couple weeks. And then by the time it makes it to the shelf, it's just not the same concentration. That's why tree ripened fruit tastes so much better than stuff you get from the supermarket because it's picked way too early. She continues, I've been debating whether veggies are a necessity. I figure it's mostly animal products and rare fruit. That's the difference. It's not a necessity. So if you really want to have vegetables and you prepare certain ones in a certain way and you like them, it's like, everyone likes different things. Some people like licorice, and licorice is absolute disgusting trash, in my opinion. So, that's up to you. But a lot of times when people remove these things and then go back to eating cauliflower, let's call it like broccoli or kale, it's disgusting. Like these are, in my opinion, just toxins. Like there's nothing redeemable or edible about broccoli. Go pick it raw and chew on it and tell me it's fucking good. Eat a piece of raw broccoli and come lie to me about how good it is. Go eat some raw kale. No, don't put anything on it. Don't put salt on it. Don't put cheese on your kale and butter all over it. No. Take a piece of raw fucking kale, chew it, and I want to watch you lie to my face about how good it tastes. Tell me how good it tastes. I want to see your lying fucking eyes. Mackenzie, have you ever had YouTube try to take down your videos? Oh yeah, they throttled me hardcore. My channel, the Swolenormous channel, like it was growing really fast, stopped dead in its tracks in 2020 when I made a video. Remember when Gymshark did that Black Lives Matter post? And I made a video raging on them. It was one of those nuts on chin videos. Calling Black Lives Matter a domestic terrorist organization, which, when you cause $2 billion worth of damage and you're burning down buildings and burning down cities and rioting the streets, that's pretty much domestic terrorism, in my opinion. And pretty much by definition. So I was right, of course, but they all of a sudden, boom, it got like 80% thumbs up. Of course, it got a lot of hate. So they restricted the video and all that stuff. And then the growth in the channel just completely stopped. But the truth will win in the end. So anyway, that's why the channel, like, voom, it just like kind of flatlined on YouTube. So that's why I don't do nuts on chin. I don't do like extra additional content on YouTube because they just restrict it. So it's not worth additional. We just do clips and stuff like that and YouTube shorts. It's just not worth additional energy because it's just maybe YouTube isn't hurting enough until Rumble gets bigger and TikTok continues to grow, whether or not they're going to ban it. Maybe YouTube isn't suffering enough yet. Or maybe Chat GPT is going to put a hurting more on Google search, but we'll see. Maybe over time they'll have to open up organic reach more because they're losing too many people. We'll see. They have such a stranglehold on the internet, though. It might take a while. Cerny, I've heard dehydrating fruits takes a lot of nutrition out of it. Is freeze drying better? Maybe. I don't really know about the difference between dehydrating in terms of nutrient value, to be honest. I'm not sure like what the comparison would be. Dehydrating, you're heating it. You're just heating it low and removing the humidity or removing the water. So I'm sure when you remove something at low heat, you're doing some sort of reactions, but I don't know what the difference is. Like between fresh mango and dehydrated mango, aside from the nutrition, all I will say is if you eat dried fruit, you need to be hydrated because it's going to take a lot of your hydration. Yes, Heather, aren't frozen fruits picked when they're ripened? I'm pretty sure I've read that on some labels. Yes, that's why I recommend, especially if it's out of season, buy frozen fruit. We love frozen fruit because frozen fruit has to be ready when you thaw it. So most frozen fruits picked ripened and then they cut it, freeze it right away. If you're buying quote unquote fresh fruit that's out of season, that's why if you're buying, if it's in the summer or the spring and you go to a local farmer's market and you're getting local fresh fruit, that's fine. But out of season, I would recommend getting frozen fruit because then you're, oh, it felt so good. Then you're getting ripened fruit that's frozen. It's like washed and frozen right away. Ooh, TCAP, the best recipe for kale is to cook it in coconut oil so it's easier to slide into the trash. My man.
We choose truth over facts.
Fuck kale. Kale can literally suck a bag of dicks. Chris, here we go again. Papa getting censored. Yeah. Lori, I remember in 2020, Papa's channel stopped growing. Yep. So that's why I'm kind of like, look, that's why I kind of like the status quo right now. I'll say whatever I want here. I think they just let me play in the corner. I always say, I feel like I'm in my own sandbox on YouTube. They're like, oh, that's just that weird podcast that some people listen to. A lot of people watch later and a lot of audio like listeners. So I'd rather be like, play in the corner. I'd rather say whatever the hell I want and be allowed to play in the corner. And if they ever ban me, then I'm not coming back. I'll just keep on doing what we're doing elsewhere. So it's fine. As long as you're listening to the podcast and you have the RSS feed and like your Apple, like if they ever ban the channel, it's like, you'll hear about where you can watch it live. Technical difficulties. BLM was founded by Marxists. Fact check true. Well, thank you, Mackenzie. I appreciate you being here. Wouldn't be possible without all of you. So as much as I'm here every single day, it'd be pretty boring if I was just here every day and no one was watching or listening or engaging. So, you know, as long as you're here, I'm here. And as long as I'm here, you have the ability to be here. So not stopping. So good news. I commend you for continuing to put yourself out there. The restriction on freedom of speech on so many platforms is wild. It is. But again, you know, when you have competition, it opens up more of these apps. That's why Rumble's successful. That's why Odyssey is out there. Now, not a lot of people are using them, but like they're available. They're available. They're out there. And that's why I have the stream on those other platforms because, you know, it's kind of like, oh, they stop it here. It's like, all right, well, we're there now. Remember when Facebook stopped working as well, or they broke the connection? It was a lot of fucking shit. So Facebook, we used to stream on Facebook and then all of a sudden that connection started breaking all the time. So then nothing changed. We still did it and just stopped streaming there. And people learned, hey, if I want to watch the show, I go to YouTube. It's not that complicated. Or you can watch it now, by the way. If you watch it after the fact, you can watch it on Spotify. I don't mention this enough. I did for a while when we switched over and started having video available on Spotify. But if you want to watch the show, you can also listen and watch on Spotify since like January. We've been doing it for a few months. Mm-hmm. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Let's see. Okay. Any other questions? Yeah, I remember a lot of you are having issues with Facebook jail. You were saying hashtag swole slut and you're getting banned and all that stuff. Gross. Gross. All right, fam, let's get a little Tainty Man. Oh, he's off the screen. Tainty boy. Oh, Tainty Man. I love you, Rufus. You're my favorite pupper man. Only the Tainty Man can. Only the Tainty Man can. Not even a flinch. No one cares. No one cares. No one gives a shit. They just know any loud sounds when we're in the office is just to be ignored. They know this by now. It's just a non-issue. This is a non-issue. Doesn't matter. I'm laying on this bed. There's yelling. Fire, fire, danger, danger. No worries. All right, let's see here. Cerny, how's Puppa doing? She's doing great. She's doing great. So she still has a little bit of the coughing because of the allergies, but we've been giving her this stuff called Genexa, Genexa. We get it on Amazon, but it's like a holistic or natural allergy. But it works really well. She has like some Chinese honey trachea soother thing. So we kind of like mix it in with that, give it to her once or twice a day. But she's been pretty good. A little bit here and there, but she was always doing that for a while. But we let her out in the front, not on the side of the mango tree. So we're keeping her out of the backyard. There's pollen everywhere. There's mango pollen fucking everywhere. It's everywhere. It's all over the machines because I have like the tarps and it's fucking everywhere. So hopefully after the next couple weeks, probably into April, all the pollen would have fallen and stuff like that. So you're starting to have like the little fruiting happening with the mango tree. So it's like the pollen and then the little seedlings and little mangoes are going to start growing over the next few months and probably be ready in like July or something. Mango season, mango season, mango season. Here's when like, I'm going to try to get, I try to get diabetes every summer from eating mangoes. I try. I can't. Lori, please, Papa Swolio. I always get serious muscular fever after a long workout. I'm sorry, what? Am I always in a state of inflammation? What is muscular fever? Is that a thing that people know about? Well, I've never heard that in my life. What is a muscular fever? She's such a good girl. She's such a good girl. She has no teeth. She's lost her teeth pretty rapidly. She's still got a couple left. Pain in my muscles the day after working out. Like soreness? Welcome to the club. There you go. Good for you. Pain in my muscles the day after working out. Yeah. I have muscular fever. Are you calling, is that your description? Muscular fever? I like it. Instead of calling it soreness, I'm going to call it muscular fever. Soreness. Lori, how long have you been lifting weights for, dear? It's called soreness. It's because you broke down muscle tissue. You're causing micro tears and trauma in your muscles. You're supposed to be. It's very common. I'm sore I've been sore for the last 20 years. I'm sore right now. I have muscular fever right now. Lori Lee, sorry, I'm not a Native American. Neither am I. Well, maybe. I mean, I'm not not like Senator Warren. I mean, I'm not like a full-blown Native American, but Huh?
Matt Damon.
Thank you. Fuck yeah! The Trail of Gains. No, too soon. I'm not a Native American either. Neither am I. Isn't that bad? Isn't it inflammation? Yeah. But you're not going to build muscle without inflammation. Inflammation isn't always bad. There's different types of inflammation. So inflammation as a result of breaking down muscle tissue is a natural response that is required in order to stimulate an adaptive response. I've never heard it called muscular fever. That's awesome. I've never heard it called muscular fever. Ha, Swolcahontas. Oh, new shirt. Yes. Gonna do it. Swolcahontas and John Swole. Gonna make it. Let's fuck it. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go, baby. USA. 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 Fuck yeah. I'm on fire. Lacey, I have a fever today and a fever for more cowbell. Hi, I got a fever. The only prescription is more cowbell. So lay it on me, Jack. Nah, I've had better walk-ins, but that's a good one. I got a fever. The only prescription. Wow. It's a nice cowbell. Ding-a-ling. All right, let's see. Lori Lee, thank you for taking my question in Romanian. We call it muscular fever. That's great. That's awesome. You know, I've never heard of it. I've never heard of muscular fever. Like, I'm glad we went a little bit long today on the show. Like, that's awesome. I love I love it. Muscular fever. My God, my muscles. I guess it really does. I guess like sick fucking gains is legit. I guess you do have sick gains. Like I've been overheating. I've had muscular fever for like decades. Sarah, what do you think of smart hoops? I don't even know what that is. All right, fam, these are too many new things today. Too many new things. It's usually stupid woke phrases like body liberation and things I've never heard of that before. You know, when you first listen to it. I don't know what smart hoops are. What's smart hoops? What is that? Like a hula hoop that has Bluetooth connectivity? That's a shirt instead of Saturday Night Fever. It's Muscular Fever. Saturday Night Fitness. Muscular Fever. I'm making a Swolcahantis shirt though. Swolcahantis. Papa Swolio, that's culture appropriation. Okay. Well, I'm going to profit off it, so there's that. I'm making a Swolcahantis shirt. Prepare to get offended. How? My name, Papa Swolio. My name, Papa Swolio. People call me Lift Big Weights. Lift with muscles. Moves with muscles. That's my name. Oh my God, that was legit? Oh, it was really a thing? It was really a thing? It's a hula hoop that counts for hooping. Are you really asking me my thoughts on it? You really... If you like hula hooping, I don't want to voice my opinion because you might like hula hooping and I don't want to give people sad thoughts. Like, what do I think about it? I have no thoughts. I don't really want to talk about it because if you just ordered one, then just make sure you go into the gym, lifting weights and doing yoga and all that stuff, and then have fun with your hula hooping. Thanks for watching. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. I've never heard of it. I don't want to. Yeah. Chief goes to gym. Yeah, I don't. Why? All right, fuck it. Why? I suck at hula hooping, but you wear it like a belt. I just don't understand why you could just count 1, 2, 3, 4 and go to gym. Okay. I think it's slightly weighted. This is not like when it comes to the hula hoop thing, that you're not making a case for me. I mean, are you actually asking my opinion? Again, it's like I'm really trying not to like rage. I mean, I don't know. It has a ball that spins around. Okay. I think we're going to give away a Swole card. Are you going to the gym? Are you doing all the other stuff, Sarah. You're better off using your time doing yoga. If you like to hula hoop too, look, if you want to do some hula hoop, that's fine. Are you practicing yoga? Are you lifting weights? Are you doing stuff at home? It's been snowing for 2 weeks. You could do yoga. Try a free yoga class, swolenormousx.com/links. Try a free yoga class. Use your time wisely. Like, use your time to be more effective. Okay, done. We're going to make a Swolcahantas shirt. Swolcahantas and, what was the song from Pocahontas? I guess, have you ever seen those biceps under the blue horn moon? Or something like that. Whatever. Yeah, we're going to have how much, I don't want to know. How much did you spend on the smart hoop or the hoop thing? Oh, don't tell me it was money. Was it free? The colors of the wind, the colors of the gains. That's what it should be. Instead of saying Swolcahantas, it should say the colors of the gains. The colors, like, and she's like this. The colors of the gains. I think that would be better. Instead of saying Swolcahantas on it, it'll just say the colors, whatever. Paint with all the colors of the game of the gym. Yeah, maybe. The blue corn moon. Yeah, that's not really a good phrase. It's weird. Oh, it's $16. Oh, so it's practically free. All right. So if it was $16, I'm not. That's fine. If it was like $99, I've been like, it's $16. I mean, that's a ribeye though. So that's all. I'm just gonna keep on thinking about that. You need to train your core. Yeah, that's not really. I mean, look, you go have fun. But I mean, when you really want to start making like real progress with your core and strength, yoga, lifting weights, all those things. All right, just my thoughts on it. You asked, so if you don't want honest answers, don't ask. I'm not a fan of Zumba or smart hooping or any of the stuff. They're usually just gimmicks and things that they can make cheap in China that they can flip on Facebook ads and make a killing, and things that people buy and then they're in the garage at their flea market, yard sale. It's going to be on a yard sale table in 6 weeks. It's the kind of thing that people hang up, doesn't take up too much space. People buy it, but it's not expensive enough for them to like want to return it, want a refund. It's kind of like, $16. Well, I bought it and it's here. It's like, whatever, they get it mailed out, shipped to your door for $7. They make $9 or something on each unit, and whatever. It's one of those things. But I don't know if you're a member, Sarah. If you're not a member, it's $16. Like, I mean, you could join Swolenormous X and get access to all the yoga classes. Check out the links. Check out swolenormousx.com. Just saying, enjoy that stuff. And I'm not trying to be. Why'd that go off? I'm not trying to be. Oh, I hit the mute thing. Oh, I forget I don't know when the audio cut off. I'm not sure when all right. So apologies. I don't know when the audio cut off. I was hitting a button and it must have muted. So let me just repeat it, 'cause I don't know when that ran, but we're talking about like the hot new workout thing. Shake weights and thigh masters are garbage. Like, those are garbage. Anything hot and new is trash. It's just marketing. They got your money, and it's not going to help you actually get healthier, lose body fat, or anything like that. So yeah, it's, maces, clubs, all these things have been around for hundreds and thousands of years. Shake Weight's trash, Thigh Master's trash. Like it's just, as seen on TV products. So just saying, if you want to actually put in the work and actually work hard, do things that are going to give you the most results, like you're better off just doing yoga. Like doing yoga is much better use. I'm just saying, you want to use your time wisely. You want to use your time wisely. So if you're spending 20 minutes hula hooping, like you're much better off doing 20 minutes of yoga. Instead of doing this, you're going to be doing upward dog and downward dog and rotations and working in multiple planes of motion. LHW, hey Papa, do you know how only eating meat and fruit works against cancer? My 3-year-old got cancer and I want to do everything to help her. I'm really sorry to hear that. We're about to wrap up the show, so I'm not a cancer expert, so I can't speak on that. You're not asking me if I've said that. I've never said that it works against cancer. But there are things like, for example, if you're eating meat and fruit, and let's say you're only eating that, you might not be consuming other things that are causing cancer. If it's a 3-year-old child that has cancer, a lot of times that's genetic or something that didn't necessarily happen. Maybe it happened in utero or something around that. That's because you haven't had like the exposure to years and years of poor choices and environmental factors. So I don't know what type of cancer. I'm not a cancer expert. I don't know anything else about, vaccinations or environmental factors or X, Y, and Z, but I'm sorry to hear that. But there's a lot of things it's always beneficial to read and to learn more. Reading that book, Estrogeneration, will give you some insights as to like environmental factors just for you and your entire family. Not saying that reading that book's going to solve this issue, but I would definitely keep us posted and look more into things that, meat and fruit can do in terms of improving autoimmune function. So in terms of like reversing situations like that, most cancers are environmental. Most cancers are environmental, meaning like what you expose yourself over a lifetime will lead to or make you more predisposed, but it's also epigenetics. So certain people that have certain gene sequences might be more predisposed to certain types of cancers. Should someone, some people have lung cancer when they don't smoke. Some people smoke frequently and don't get lung cancer. But for example, some people that do get lung cancer might not have had it. Like they might fire up certain gene sequences and activate certain gene sequences if they smoke because they're more predisposed if they succumb to certain habits or certain environmental factors. So when you're 3 years old, it's usually more something that is, more genetic. It's more something usually in my experience or logic and common sense. It's not like your 3-year-old's been smoking a pack a day for 20 years. Right. So I'm sorry to hear that. Any other details that you want to share or anything, like we're more than open to discussing it. I'm just not going to give you I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass and be like, oh yeah, eating grass-fed beef is going to solve everything. So like, it really depends on, I would say, what type and what other things that they've been exposed to, or, now that you're in this situation. It's different when you're in a situation rather than like, hey, I want to do these things so that in the future for me, when I'm 60 or 70 or 80, I'm going to prevent or, not be at risk for certain issues. So it's different than like when you already have the issue. Okay, then how do you proceed? So it's like when people are asking me certain foods or, hey, I have, kidney issues. Should I do X, Y, and Z? If you already have certain issues, sometimes the approach is different than just doing like, hey, I'm just going to do a carnivore diet. It's like, well, it depends on where you currently are right now, because you might have to ease into or deal with the situation currently. What you would do to prevent a situation isn't necessarily what you would immediately do if you have the situation, if that makes sense. but 3 years old, it's like exposure to things isn't, it's a whole different situation. So I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad that you commented, and I'm happy that the show keeps you going. That's a really sweet thing to say, and I'm glad that we can be here for you and your little one. But if we, if a lot of members have experience with things like that, or maybe their children or family members, so definitely good to show up and plug in. And yeah, LHW, I don't know if you're a member or not, but send us an email to support@swolenormous.com if you can, or team@swolenormous.com, and just let us know that this is you from your screen name, and we'll get you into the Swole fam, and we'll take care of it if you're not a member yet. So you can have access to the private groups and at least just the support and having people around you. But I think some of the members also might have some experience and maybe some insights, but it's really a personal journey. So send us that email if you can, and we'll see you in there. All right, let's give away today's Swole card, Beaches. All right, here we go. Let us drum roll. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Matt the Great. Congratulations. My goodness gracious. Matt the Great, congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2494. In the subject, your mailing address, in the body of the email. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. And let's fucking go have a great day. Congratulations, Matt. Can I call you Mateo? Congratulations, Mateo. I'm going to go do some... heavy hoop day. Today's heavy hoop day. Heavy hoop day for Daddy.
I am the danger.
You're not making this easy on me, boy.
You can be fat and be healthy. I'm sorry, Lizzo, healthier than I will ever be.
Oh, we got it now. We got it.
I have this right. Could you milk me?
So why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
Shut up, bitch! Oh, bullshit! All of it!
Very nice. Very nice. Well done, everyone. Well done. Well done, well done, well done. All right, fam. Head on over to swolenormousx.com and join the fam today. Thank you, Chris. Chris says, thanks for being here for us daily best content on the web. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Mucho gusto. Mucho gusto. Thank you for being here. We'll see you tomorrow for the accountability meeting. Remember, it's at 12 noon Eastern time, so the episode will be private, but we got new releases, we got new merch, we got new stuff to drop, so don't miss out. Tomorrow, the 6th of March, 12 p.m. Eastern time. We'll see you there for the accountability meeting. Again, join us. Get access to last week's Driving While Gaining. We have another account. We have a roundtable this coming Thursday, so don't miss out. You're missing out big time if you're not a member. So check us out, swolenormousx.com. Thank you for being here. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose, your boy Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing, like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't laugh and they so mad, it's like
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint. We go hard in the paint. Yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah. Whoa. My shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element.